short play, focused, put on a blinker format. It can also be quiz, make a guesstimate, have some aha moments, and that's what today is about. So we have a quiz lined up for you on Ramayana and few things adjacent to Ramayana. This is not your traditional quiz. We are not going to ask you who is the third wife of Dashratha, multiple choice, 4 questions. No, that's not how it will be. Okay. There will be 4 different rounds with 4 different formats, not a competitive thing. Okay. And I also thought, should we do a Slido versus should we do a regular thing? And then we said, chuck everything, unmute and shout out the answer. We are going to learn collaboratively. That's what it is. Okay. So with that, shall we get started?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do have a deck because I can't operate without one. So all my mind, I put it on AI and it gave me the deck. But you all please use AI, which is actual intelligence as you navigate the quiz. Okay. So by the way, in case you are wondering which tool helped me, Gamma, right side bottom, you see this? Gamma is the app that gives you beautiful free version decks that are at least 80% ready if you have the
Wow.
content ready. Yeah. Cool. Here's the first question in the first round. It's all about character clues. I'm going to tell 2 to 3 things about the character. You have to guess who it is. Okay. Golden deer that lured someone away. A demon disguised as a sage. A woman crossing a line drawn for protection. I mean, yeah. We'll start with questions where everyone can open their account. Any answers for this?
So there are 3 different answers, na? They're not single answer.
No, it's the same answer.
Same answer for all
All
3.
these are built around a character. That's how it is written.
Okay.
One person goes through this experience of getting lured away because somebody else went after a golden deer. A demon came as a sage to meet the woman, and the woman crossed the line. Who is that woman? Very
Sirisha Garu has said she's not able to unmute, but her answer is Sita.
perfect. I mean, the first question should be yes, we did it. And so will the second. Okay, this is the last easy question. Okay. And then the quiz starts.
Okay. This is like warm up, huh?
Warm up. King in exile, cave sealed shut to hide from an enemy, and a fiery revenge duel over a kingdom.
Nice.
Wait, let me put on the chat also in that case if folks are answering through that. How can I do that? Oh, did I already click on this? Okay, that's the answer.
Yes. Sugriva. No, Ishwar gave the answer.
Oh, she gave the answer. I'm thinking, why am I unable to? One second.
Shirisha and Ishwar both gave the answers.
Okay, super. Okay, looks like if I do that, I can't do this.
No, I will look at the
You will
chat.
read
Don't
it
worry.
out, please, Srini. Yeah, that will
Yeah.
be
I will do that.
superb. Great. All right. Now starts the tough questions, people. Enough of an easy round for you so far. Okay. अगला सवाल ये रहा आपके स्क्रीन पे. A brave heart who tried to stop a demon. Also a warrior who gave his life. चलो gender तो पता चल गया. A dying revolution in a forest.
I am waiting for.
No, Srini, you also guess, please. Come on.
I know. I'm waiting for Ishwar and Shirisha to answer.
Okay.
I'm phone a friend.
Yeah. We have the Hanuman hotline that you can just call.
Yes, Ishwar says Jatayu.
Jatayu. Okay. Jatayu is the right answer.
Oh, great. So,
Superb. Next question. It gets tougher and tougher. A boon that turns into a curse. A warrior who's questioned by all. I should even say doubted by all. Also happens to be a king who's detached from kingdom and kingship. Who is the soul we are talking about?
Now this is interesting. Naveen says Dasharath.
Dasharath. Fantastic guess. Wrong answer. Anything else?
Okay.
For Dashrath, point number 2, 3 doesn't quite completely apply.
Risha Garu says Rama.
No. A warrior
Okay.
question by all. No, but you're close. It's one of the brothers. Sirisha Garu. Come on, go for it. The mother thought it was a boon for the son.
Shirisha Garu now says Bharat.
Correct. Bharat it is. What
Correct.
happened? The mother thought, oh, I'm getting a boon for my son to be a king. But the son said, it's a curse. Why the hell? Did I ever ask
Correct.
you? And then he's a warrior. And if you see in Ramayana, resilience is a word that you can straight away attach to Bharata. Kausalya and Sumitra questioned. Lakshmana doubted. Even Manthara doubted him later on, whether he'll kill me or not. Sage Vasishta doubted. When he started to go and get the brother back, everybody along the path, including Guha, who lives in jungles, doubted. All the way till Bharadwaja Maharshi doubted. The one person who never had a doubt beyond Kaikeyi was actually Rama.
Hmm.
So, because he bore the weight of disgrace, Bharatvam, he's called Bharata. And that's what Vasishta says at the time of naming the baby, saying that this person will actually bear the weight of all blame on him. And that
Correct.
happens to be Bharata. So, truly a character to emulate. All right. Last
Nicely
question for
put.
round one. Yeah, go ahead.
Nicely put.
Thank
No,
you.
the whole question was framed very nicely.
Superb. Thank you. Thank you. All
I
right.
also
Last
like
question.
Naveen thought Dasharath to start with, But then the last point I was not sure, so I was just waiting. So I think
Acha.
so you pulled a good one. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Moving from the central royal family to others, a sage who tamed celestial weapons, also a warrior prince trained under his guidance, his tutelage. And this person holds a burning desire for liberation, which resulted in a prolonged penance that stood the test of time and almost equaled when the story is being discussed with this person's name and the concept of tapas itself. Such a character in Ramayana. I would be super interested to see who gets this one right, huh?
Shirisha Garu is saying Valmiki.
No, Valmiki is
No.
not the right
Okay.
answer because he had nothing to do with weapons. Of course, point number 3 definitely applies to him.
Yes.
Point number 2 here and there. Point number 1 definitely not.
Interesting.
Any other responses? Answer coming in 5. Feel the pressure. 3, 2, 1, and here you go.
Shipali is saying Parshuram.
It's actually Vishwamitra.
It's Vishwamitra. Ishwar got it right. Vishwamitra.
Ishwar got it right? Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Good job. Well, apparently, upon the first sight of insult that he faced as a king, and his name
Correct.
was Kaushik back then,
Yes.
he actually meditates on Lord Shiva to quench his burning desire for vengeance and actually
Correct.
consumes the entire Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda is
Mm-hmm.
not just the science of archery, but the science of warfare, which is an
Correct.
Udveda of Yajurveda. It's a sub part of the larger Yajurveda. So he tamed the celestial weapons there. And you know the entire thing, the Tataka Vadha, Maricha Subahu, where he trains and also imparts a lot of this celestial weapons to Rama. That's why point number 2.
Correct.
And if you see the story of Vishwamitra, which is
Yes.
in perhaps the greatest detail of any sage's account in Ramayana, it is the story of Vishwamitra. How Kaushika became Vishwamitra. How Kaushika, a king who wanted to burn the earth because Vasishta lives in the earth, to actually becoming
Correct.
a friend of creation, Vishwamitra. That is a story of absolute willpower and penance. Hence, the story becomes very important.
It is very interesting, now in Vishwamitra, how many times he has to go
Yes,
back. He's almost there,
correct, correct.
and then you have some temptation, and then again you have to go back to zero, and again you have to start.
What a comeback story, right? Literally, people talk
Absolutely.
about bounce bags and such stories. Vishwamitra is an example. Apparently, all through his life, all the six sins they call it, right? The Arishad Vargam, Kama,
Yes.
Krodha, Lobha, Moha. Each
Correct.
time one stings him, he, as you said, exhausts his penance, comes back, the next one stings him, and finally he says, what am I even doing? And then the Brahma Rishi title comes to him through Brahma.
True. True.
Cool. Round number two. Hey, who are we without dialogues, man? I mean, this is a famous round. So I'm gonna pull out few quotations from Ramayana, which will be in both Sanskritam and a transliteration in English. But these are so famous that you would have heard it. But the questions that come, 3 to 4 questions per dialogue, okay, is what we'll be discussing, and that is the learning in it for us. The first one, Aham Vedmi Mahatmanam Ramam Satya Parakramam. Sink in this for a second before I show the questions and we'll discuss that. Okay. All right. Ready for the questions? Here you go. Who speaks this line in the Ramayana? Kathamuvacha. Who says this? Let's look at the meaning and then everything will come to the phone. Aham Vetmi Mahatmanam. I know Rama is a born warrior, is a Karana Janma. Satya Parakrama. I know who he is what the Pravakta is saying.
Mm-hmm.
That should rule out several characters because not everyone knew who he was. Who had the temerity to say this?
I think we will use the last, comment what Shirisha Garu said. We need
Hmm.
more clues.
More
Okay.
clues? All right.
Okay. Shirisha Garu is saying Valmiki.
Sirisha Garu. No, Valmiki wrote this, but said by somebody else. I'll tell you
Ish.
what, the second
Ha.
half of the line may give you more. Aham Vetmi Mahatmanam Ramam Satya Parakramam Vasishtopi Mahateja Ye Cheme Tapasistitaha. He says this. What the meaning is, I know who Rama is, you don't know who Rama is. Other rishis like me, including people like Vasishta, knows the true nature of Rama. This is the complete dialogue. Now you should be able to guess. Yeah, come on.
Ishwar is saying Vishwamitra.
Awesome. Ishwar, what's happening? You're on fire. That's
Hmm.
Vishwamitra saying to Dashratha when Dashratha says, I can't send my son to you. He's young.
Correct.
Your Maricha, Subahu, and all that. Sorry, even I can't defeat them. Why my son? Right? That's the line. To whom? I just answered. What context does it have? Oh, why am I giving all the answers? Complete rest of the verse. De diya.
दे
Which
दिया पूरा
kanda does
आंसर.
this come?
बालकांड.
Balakanda, it happens.
हाँ.
It's
Himalayan.
interesting what happens after this. You know, Dashrata is still in two minds saying that I'm okay to hear some taunting from the great master, but I'm still in two minds. Should I send my son or not? The reason why Vishwamitra took Vasishta's name was a nudge to him saying that, can you please influence your lord? Vasishta goes and says whatever he says, saying that you think Vishwamitra is not capable. He's very much capable. Your sons will benefit. Put your emotion aside, think like a king, send him out. And then you know the story from there. And we are going to come to the rest of the things. Shall we move to dialogue two?
Yes.
Hey, this one is like, I mean, who wouldn't know this? Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate. Yes, come on. Abhi aayenge
This
questions.
this one is comparatively easy than the first
Comparatively
one.
easy. This is the
I know.
easiest line in Ramayana.
I know.
Okay, who says this line?
Shifali saying Vishwamitra.
Who said this?
Shifali.
Shafali, perfect. Unfortunately, due to lack of budget, no prizes, but I'm glad you answered this question. This is the most famous recall value for anything in the 24,000 verses of Ramayana. So Vishwamitra says this, very good. To whom?
To Ram when he's waking him up.
Yes, perfect. Ram and Lakshman are lying there, sleeping. Vishwamitra wakes up at Brahma Muhurta, and his way of nudging Rama and Lakshmana to wake up is by calling out the mother's name first instead of his own name. That gives them that sense of security. So much of psychology built into it. You know, this one line, I have seen books being written about the meaning.
Correct.
Such is the depth of it. Okay. What context you all are aware? Complete the rest of the verse. This I'm curious.
This Sirisha Garu can tell because she's
Ah,
already
very
written
good.
Venkateshwara Suprabhatam.
Okay, super.
And she's also written Uttishta Narma,
Uttishta
Uttishta Narasa, Dula Kartavya Daiva.
Daiva Manhikam. Great.
Yes.
Uttishta Narshadula Kartavyam Daiva Manhikam. So the sense of duty, you see, the Gayatri mantra was discovered, right? You can't say written or created. This is drashta, was by Vishwamitra. And that time of the day, what you're supposed to do is actually spiritual contemplation and meditation on Gayatri. So the creator of Gayatri is waking up the Lord himself and saying it's time for you to do Gayatri because you came as a human. Okay. So the power of a guru over even the Lord also comes out here. So how old is this, right? When Ramayana was written, but there is a huge story and a logic as to why Venkateshwara Suprabhatam starts with this verse even today around the world. But for some other day, which kanda does it appear? I mean, no wrong answers appreciated on this. Okay, Balakanda it is. Very good. Okay, superb. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay. Dialogue number 3. People.
No, but can you
Yeah.
tell the answer you didn't tell?
Which one?
Why does that Suprabhatam starts with this? I'm curious on that.
Yeah, it's a long answer actually. The brief answer for it would
Ah,
be the one who composed took some of the extract from various places to compose the Venkateswara Suprabhatam.
okay.
Okay. This line apparently, you know how stotras are written is it's like a synopsis line should be at the beginning and then the
Correct.
details follow, right?
Yes.
This actually tells everything you need to know about the Lord if you understand right at a root level.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, this also has the concept of waking up. Rama, wake up, right? That is also being said. That is one more reason. The third thing is Uttishta Narashardula Kartavyam Daivamanikam, right? This is also awakening up the internal Atma Rama to say that get into the mode of spirituality. For us, a reminder to our soul to say, assume your divine status before you start
Correct.
the worship, right? At various levels, this actually plays out. Yeah,
Nice.
cool. Shall we
Thank
move
you.
on?
Yes, please.
Dialogue number 3 is going to be very tough, but I'm going to relish all you guessing.
Hmm?
Okay. Deshe deshe kalatrani, deshe deshe cha bandhavaha. Bandhavaha is relatives.
Hmm.
Kalatrani, you know. Deshe deshe. Okay. No clues.
No,
Who says this line? What context? Which kanda? And what happens next? These are the questions to deliberate.
you need to give a hint.
Hint, huh? Okay. I'll tell you the meaning.
Ah,
It means I can find another wife in another country if I go and look for one. I can find relatives and friends in other countries if I move out, another place. That's what the first half means.
hmm.
Now, any guesses? If not, I'll tell the second half. Come on, incremental करते हैं. Okay, second half of the line says, but what I will not get is another brother because that's only one time. I will get
Janini,
friends and other things.
Janini is saying Rama.
Rama, perfect. Jenny, you joined. Fantastic.
Hmm.
Answer is right. Superb. Now tell me, what context does this appear? Why did Rama have to say something like this? If I tell the story, it will be like, ah, of course. Yeah.
Ah, yes. We will react like that only. You tell.
It is when Lakshman is lying unconscious.
Perfect. Lakshman is lying unconscious thanks to Indrajit, who shoots the arrows. Lakshmana is lying unconscious on the lap of Rama. All Vanaras are surrounding the Ravana's army is rejoicing. And then seeing that Lakshmana may not be able to wake up, is it death or temporary unconscious, unable to understand, eyes swelling, water flowing? Rama says this, what did I do? You came with me. You had no reason, and I couldn't even protect you. I can get everybody else. I can't get another brother, actually. So that's when he says this. Which kanda does it appear?
Yuddhakanda, Shirisha Garu.
Yuddha kanda. Perfect. Sirisha garu. What happens next? अभी मैं चुप रहूंगा बहुत बता दिया.
Is this after this the Aditya Hridayam happens? Is that right?
No. Aditya Hridayam is between Rama and Ravana final fight. This one is
Rama.
about getting Lakshman back.
So
Vishali
Hanuman
Sen
goes
ki
to
Sanjeevani
protect
Parvat.
after this.
Perfect. Yeah. Were you saying the same thing, Jenny?
I said Hanuman goes to.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Correct. They call the doctor within the camp of the Vanaras, and
Yes.
then Hanuman leaps across, brings back Sanjeevani, and then you know the story from there on, right? Rama's vulnerability, I think that is the focus I wanted to bring to you all. Since he came as a human, right? There are 5 to 6 spots across the 24,000 verses where Rama exhibits and laments all the human qualities of attachment, pain, etc. Of course, he very quickly comes back, but he plays the role of an avatar who came as a human perfectly well, right? But because Dharma is on his side and you have the who's who of the Vanaras army next to him, of course, it gets to a solution. Okay, dialogue number 4. Janani Janmabhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi.
This only Janani can reply.
Come on, there is even a song by this, that famous. Sirishagar, I think you should be able to tell. It's a famous Telugu N.T. Ramarao song. Meaning, shall I go with it? Any guesses so far?
मीनिंग पता है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं पता.
अच्छा, okay, ठीक है. Okay. This is said by Rama. And he says that, no, he says that to somebody, thank you. But mother and motherland are higher in positioning than even the heavens. Gariyasi is positioned above in terms of value, right? So Janani and Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. Why will he say that to somebody? And he says, no, thank you. But mother and motherland is higher. Rama's personality really comes out extremely well in 2 kandas. One is Ayodhya Kanda and the one is Yuddha Kanda. This is from the Yuddha Kanda. All right, one more clue. The battle is done. Come on, people. Hey, you're not even guessing. I want some wrong answers also. Ye kya hai?
Everybody is playing safe, huh? We'll only give you right answers.
No points.
No negative points, huh?
No negative, no positive. It's just a Sunday morning satsang.
Is he saying to Vibhishan?
Claps. Vibhishna, out of his large-heartedness, says that you got the world rid of my brother. Now I'm thinking, am I even worthy to sit on this throne? Lanka, along with the rest of the world, is yours because what you have done is purely beyond human capabilities. So do one thing, accept Lanka. He says, no. I can't be the king of Lanka or anything. Janani Janma Bhumischa, I will go back to my kingdom once my 14 years is done. You're the rightful heir because Dharma is on your side. Number 1. Number 2, I can't leave my country. Number 3, you're already a dharmic person, right? Vibhishana is the one with Sattvic Gunas. So for all the right reasons, you deserve it. Okay, that's what he says here. अच्छा, questions कहाँ है वैसे? सब कुछ तो बोल ही दिया. 1 second. Who says this to whom? What context? Which kanda? Where else have you heard this being used? I mean, not in Ramayana. This is a generic question.
The last line is very interesting, huh?
By the way, that's a good thing if any of you could guess. Which country uses this as a national motto? A country which respects this with a sense of pride only will do this, knowing the source.
Nepal.
Nepal it is. Perfect. It's inscribed in several of their monuments also. So
Even Janani said Nepal.
Nepal, superb.
Yes.
Where else have you heard this being used? Several places. Mahatma Gandhi used this in the fight for Swaraj. Vallabhai Patel used this. This actually was associated a lot with our freedom struggle. Something for us to know.
In my school study books.
Okay. Chalo, last dialogue and then we'll move on. Not easy coming up. But I have said this so many times that you would know this by now. Kavyam Ramayanam Kritsnam Sitayah Charitam Mahat. Kavyam Ramayanam Kritsnam Sitayah Charitam Mahat. That is the Anvayam. That is the, the breakup. Sireshagaru, your answer for the previous questions is the answer here.
Oh,
Valmiki.
okay.
Yeah. But guess the meaning.
Yeah, she's said that. She's
She
also
said
written Valmiki.
Valmiki, superb. Okay, what is the meaning? I mean, this time, why don't you guess? It's very simple words, right? Kavyam, Ramayanam, Sita, Charitam, Mahat.
It is after Sita takes the samadhi. It is being told to, highlight what was her importance in the whole kavya.
Kritsnam is actually entirety. So the meaning is correct, but it happens right in the beginning of Ramayana. In the initial shlokas where, Valmiki composes the entire Ramayana and starts teaching it to the two sons of Rama, the twins, Lavakusha. And then while imparting it to them itself, he writes there that Kavyam, Ramayanam, Kritsnam, the entire Ramayana is the story of Sita. That's what he says. Because Ramayanam is as much the story of Sita as much it is Rama. Something interesting for this group to note is, the Itihasam that is Valmiki Ramayana, when rewritten by several wonderful devotees and poets across the world, across timelines, they had a lot of regional centric view to Sita's character. Like Ramcharitramanas Sita versus a Valmiki Ramayana Sita is very different. She's more warrior-like in the Valmiki Ramayana versus the more obedient and resilient in the Ramcharitramanas version. But in this, there are several areas where she questions Rama. She threatens Ravana. She stands firm on her decisions. She refuses to be convinced. She even gives lessons to Rama and questions his intent on few places. So the character comes out very strong, right? Therefore, Valmiki's intention to say is, this is as much Sita's story. Don't think Ramayanam is just Rama's Ayanam journey. Rama Ayanam is also Ramayanam, which means Sita's journey or Sita's path. So that's what he wanted to ensure. So this clearly proves we don't need DIB. It's already there since the beginning. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is always. Okay, so that answers the why was it necessary. What context is the Lavakusha I just told? Which kanda? Balkanda, right?
Yes.
It's a beginning itself. Okay, 8:34.
Just
Round
one
two done.
question on that, Shashi.
Yeah.
Do we pronounce it as Rama or Rama when we are talking of Sita?
Rama is Lakshmi Devi. Rama is Sitama. Right. Like Shiva is Shiva. Shiva is Shiva's consort. That is Parvati.
Parvati.
So Rama is the consort of Rama.
But it's not Rama anywhere. In Hindi, we say Rama as a very common name. So just checking.
Yeah. No, you're right. Even I had this question when I was doing the word breakup. My Guruji told me that the way to read it is this way. All right. Famous dialogues are done. Let's get to round number 3. This is going to be a very simple round. At least I want to make you all feel that way. Anagrams, which means the answer is right in front of you. You need to jumble the letters to get to the answer given the clues I'm going to give you.
Yes.
Okay. That is the word. And it was founded by an emperor whose word was law. Huh?
Ayodhya.
अयोध्या. अब आप तो हिंट भी नहीं पड़े, वो देख के बता दिया आपने. हाँ. ये आसान क्वेश्चन था.
No, this is what happens when you do Wordle every day on phone.
Okay. The two things to take away here, nevertheless, is guess who is being mentioned in hint number 1. It was founded by an emperor whose word was law. Clearly, it's not Rama or Dasharatha. Because Rama is the 39th descendant of this emperor, by the way.
Correct.
Raghu.
Raghu is somewhere in the middle.
No. We have to talk of Dharma. जिन्होंने अपने बेटे को वो किया था ना, हरिश्चंद्र.
Several generations
Before.
still higher.
Okay.
But see, each one is a divine character in itself in that dynasty.
You have Ikshwaku.
Ikshwaku Kulam came from Ikshwaku, but it was founded by somebody else. The emperor, just like Raghu Vamsham is, as it's called, came from Raghu Maharaj, but it already existed. Right? It says word was law, right? They created a Dharma Shastram, which has quite some issues nowadays with modern world who didn't read the book. It is Manu.
Oh.
Manuna Nirmita. That's how Valmiki describes it. Manu Nirman kiya tha for Ayodhya. That is the story. Okay. It was described as unconquerable. Is it right English or inconquerable? Unconquerable. Suddenly I'm getting it out. Was once abandoned, right? By its rightful heir. You know, interestingly, the word Vaikunta and Ayodhya or Awadh all mean the same thing, that which can't be penetrated, conquered, or subdued. Ayodhya, Vaikunta, Awadh, apparently. So something more trivia on the name itself, Ayodhya.
Nice.
All right. Go for this. The easy questions are done, people. This is like that Bonvita quiz में बोलते हैं ना बार-बार tough question, tough question. One of the Saptarishis,
You
the
know,
name is there. Vasishtha. Superb. Preceptor of the lineage that upheld righteousness for generations, because Vasishtha single-handedly, right till Lavakusha, was the unbroken lineage of being the Kula Guru or the teacher for pretty much everybody in Ikshwaku, or right until Lavakusha. Right? By the way, Sudhanshu Trivedi said this in one thing, and I'm trying to research on it. I don't know yet. You know all Sudhanshu Trivedi of BJP, right? 39 generations ahead of Rama, 73 after him have been documented right till the recent Rajput kings who are descendants of Kusha, and Cholas who are descendants of Lava. Okay, stands verification, but it's interesting to note.
interesting.
In case you research, please do let me know. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, moving on. Learned and lived in the ashram of Matanga Maharshi. Story is one of devotion, trust, and the power of unconditional surrender. Okay.
Oh, easy one.
Easy one, na?
Shabri.
Shabari. Right. But here is a tough question. Power of unconditional surrender. Who can tell me how many forms of bhakti is there? And then followed by the obvious next question, which is what are they? How many are there?
9 forms of bhakti according to Janini.
Superb. Navavida Bhakti Margam. Wonderful journey. Okay. Now, interestingly, whether it is Guha or a Shabari or a Hanuman or a Lakshmana, everybody displayed a different type. That's a viewpoint we generally don't discuss. In Bhagavatam, that is the center point. But in Ramayana, that Drishtikonam is missing in most of the discussions I see. So, can anyone say, I mean, let's all say that. Any forms of bhakti that you're aware of? This is something that you should all be aware because you would understand each character better as you were reading Ramayana. The first one yeah, sorry.
Shravanam.
Superb. That is the Pradhamam and Pradhanam also, the first and the foremost. It starts with Shravanam. Then
Kirtanam.
Kirtanam, wonderful. In the sequence, next
Smaranam.
Smaranam. Then,
Archanam.
yeah, somewhere in the 5th to 6th, but yes, Archanam is very much there.
Vandanam.
Vandanam. Jenny, no AI, no?
No
Yeah.
AI.
Sorry. Please go ahead. Vandanam. Vandanam is a very important aspect. Yes. You said Shravanam, Kirtan, Smaranam, Padasevanam was the missing piece. Archanam, Vandanam, then Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Atmanivedanam is the bhakti, that unconditional surrender, which is what Sabri stands for. Like Hanuman stands for the Dasya Bhakti. He calls himself the Sevak and he has no qualms of it, though he's another Lord Shiva himself, right?
Correct.
He says, all that ego don't bring. Rama's feet, that's where I belong, right? Dasya Bhakti. Similarly, Upasana Bhakti. Like Kirtana Bhakti, there is one more. Like Tyagaraja is the Kirtana Bhakti, right? So in that manner, all 9 forms, they are not sequential, but there is a scale of maturity leading to unconditional surrender also. It's a topic in itself. Wonderful. Moving on to the next question. I hope this takes some time for you. Deeply connected to the birthplace of Rama. Modern times has a world record.
Yeah, we know this.
Abba. ये हिंट टू बहुत आसान था मेरे को भी लग रहा था.
No.
Hey, hello, guess here. What is this? Within the same room, you guys are sitting here.
Sarayu.
Sarayu is the answer. Perfect.
Yes.
Sarayu Tira Vihara. Right? Okay. Sorry, the world record. Anyone?
For the deep.
How many?
More than that.
10 lakh.
22 lakh, I think. 22
Okay.
lakhs for the festival. Yeah, deeply connected to their birthplace, not only the birthplace. Rama avatar ends inside the Sarayu River.
Correct.
It's very important to know this because many of us don't quite read the Uttarakhand as much as we do till the Pattabhishekam, the happy story. Okay. So towards the end of Uttarakhanda, Rama, along with the remaining brothers, walk into the Sarayu and come out as Narayana and all the other original beings, and then move on to Vaikuntha. Okay. Last one. I'm hoping it's tough. Rama and his inner quest. अभी ये कहाँ से आ गया, right? It presents the philosophy of Advaita and the illusory nature of the world. The various angles with which you can understand Advaita and Maya in this is just mind-blowing. You're on
Hatha
mute.
yoga. No, but Hatha is not.
No. Shini, you are also saying something. You're on mute.
No.
Okay. If I give a clue, everybody will pounce on me. ठीक है, कोई क्लू नहीं पूछ रहा, मैं भी बैठ जाता हूँ. Any answers in the chat?
Not yet. Vasishtha Yoga, according to Ishwar.
Yeah, it's actually Yoga Vasishtha. I just jumbled it even further to confuse you, and I was almost successful. Yoga Vasishtha is the name. The clue I wanted to give but didn't was 2 weekends ago we had somebody coming in and talking about this particular as a topic. Right?
Correct.
Yoga Vasishtha is Rama sitting and wondering, what is this creation all about? Why am I here? What difference do I make? Does it all matter? And then the Brahma Rishi, pretty much who could teach the Lord himself, right? So Vasishtha comes and the conversation is actually longer than the Ramayana itself. The 24,000 shlokas of Ramayana versus the 32,000 shlokas of Yoga Vasishtha are a different dimension of spiritual elevation. Okay.
Just one thing. No.
Please do.
I'm saying the members in this call, if you missed that session, then you should definitely go through. It was one of the best sessions we had.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, round 3 is done. The final round. The final round is going to be interesting. People say, what's in a name, right? People are putting names that unfortunately don't have a very solid bearing nowadays. But everything is in the name, okay? Especially for a language like Sanskritam. What we are going to do over the next 3 questions, I think that's it, and the quiz comes to an end, is questions around the meaning of the name itself. The beauty of Sanskrit is, because rishis have written it, characters were designed, they are avatars. The meaning of the name itself will reveal who they are, what are their qualities, what will they end up doing. So forget the story of Ramayana. If you interpret the most prominent 20-30 characters that appear, you can recreate the scenarios. That is the beauty of the language, and that's what we are going to quiz now. Okay, explores the deeper. In case you are wondering, these beautiful paintings, where are they from? Bapu, Ramayana. That is the Google search, and you will get it. Some of the, most touching paintings that I've ever seen. The Ardha Chandrakara Bana that Lakshmana is holding, it's very unique to Bapu and the way he designs. Okay, first question. Who is the question? Meditated so intensely that an anthill formed. Again, may not be the toughest of questions, but demonstrated exemplary absorption in meditation. Now, it's not that I just want a name. Sorry. I also need why. What does the word mean? We have discussed enough about it.
Janini is saying Ravan question mark.
Ravan Vendama.
Hmm?
No, not Ravan.
Shifali is saying Vishwamitra.
No.
Hmm.
What? Really? Okay, now I'm back in business. I mean, this is a tough question. No, it's not Vishwamitra, but definitely a sage.
Valmiki, Shirisha Garu is saying.
Sirsha Garu, absolutely. It is Valmiki. It can't be anybody else but Valmiki. The word Valmikam in Sanskrit means anthill.
Correct.
The one who emerged from the Valmikam after intense meditation is Valmikabhu, who arose from Valmikam, therefore Valmiki. The name itself is that. Okay, contrary to people's thinking that he was a full-time dacoit turned a sage, here is the actual story. He was born in a sage family, but his purva vasanas were such that he fell into disgrace, deviated from the family, joined the company of dacoits, but came back because the genes pool was also higher, right? And then he got readmitted, got introduced into a mantra, went into the meditation, and then emerged as Valmiki, right? He was the 10th son of Prachetasa Maharshi. He himself writes that in 2 places in Ramayana, if you were to read the original one, in Balakanda and Uttarakanda. Prachetasam, he calls himself there. Okay. Prachetasa Maharshi, 10th son, happens to be Valmikabhu, Valmiki. Now, important thing for us to note is when we sit for meditation, the number of mosquitoes, the smell in the kitchen, the number of distractions we generally have is something we should appreciate when looking at Valmiki, who actually didn't even bother if an ant hill was around him, right? That is the Samadhi Sthiti of Ashtanga Yoga, which calls for total and final absorption. Layam, as they call it, right? The dissolution of the mind itself. That's why leaving everything external aside, went so deep internally with just one mantra being given to him. He is qualified to write the story of Rama. Okay. Of the Sapta Rishis who introduced him into the, the mantra chanting and meditation, none of them wrote Ramayana, right? Something to think about. Okay. What qualifies him? All right. The who is done. Let's go to the why. This is going to be very interesting. Okay. Why is Sita called Sita? Why is she called Janaki, Maithili, Vaidehi? Decode it for me. पहली बार इतने नाम है क्यों?
Janaki is Janak's daughter. Maithili is Mithila's princess. Vaidehi is because she is the one who was born without a body. She came from the earth, one who is Swayambhu type of a meaning.
Okay.
Without Deha.
Sita also just tell no.
That I don't know.
Okay, but still super brave effort. I can't do it here. Srini, can you please throw some flowers around? This is like fantastic answer. Okay, you just did all that, all hearts up wala icon something like that one.
चलो वो करते हैं. And that
No,
is easy to
brilliant
do.
answer, Shefali. Very glad. Janaki, there are two reasons why. One is the daughter of Janaka. Okay. Other thing is Janakapuri. Janaki hails from Janakapuri. In fact, Janaki, Maithili, Vaidehi have geographical connotations if you just see the material plane. Again, we have the three levels and all that, right? So, by the way, Janaka himself is not the name of the king. Janaka is like Charles or King Louis the 12th, 14th, wo hote hai na, so it's like a title. The real name of Janaka is Siradhvaja. Okay, Janaka is the title. Okay, next comes Mithila Rajyam, therefore Maithili. Yes, absolutely correct. The Vamsham, the dynasty is called Videha Vamsham. Just like Ikshvaku Vamsham for Rama, it is Videha Vamsham for Sita and Janaka, Siradhvaja and all of them. Hence, she is called Vaidehi as somebody coming from the Videha Vamsham. Sita, as you know, is Nageti Chalu in Telugu, the plow with which you plow the land, right? That's what Janaka was doing to start a yajna. You, as part of the ritual of purification of the land, the cow and the bulls actually plow the land, but a box stuck the path of the plow, and then when they opened it, they realized that Mother Earth gifted them a daughter in the form of Sita. So Vaidehi actually means two things. At a material level, base level, observable level, it is somebody coming from Videha Vamsham. The second and the more important meaning for you all to know, King Janaka, his father, next his son, Brahma Gyanam used to come as a parampara for them. Everybody is a very realized saint, right? They all are Raja Rishis. So Videha means the one who is not bound to Deha in form of identity. Videha is those who don't see themselves as Deha, right? So Videha Vamsham, hence Vaidehi, because she never saw herself as a body also. If you see some of the dialogues, some of the writings and how she behaved, she never had an attachment with the body. So anyway, so that's this one. So the why is done. The last question for the day, 7 minutes left. The most exciting question. Ye raha aapke screen pe. What? And I take particular pleasure in this, okay? What was Hanuman's real name? Is it Hanuman, Anjaneya, Bajrangbali? The answer is anyway no. Pehle iska naam, we'll find the meanings and we'll find the real name of Hanuman.
It is Anjaneya, Anjani Putra Anjaneya.
Okay. Anjaneya meaning is you're right. Anjani Putra Anjaneya. But how will it be if my name is, hey, what's your name? My name is Haimavati's son. Haimavati is my mother. Okay. I should have a name of my own, right? It can't be Anjaneya. There is something else.
Irisha Garu is saying Kesari Sutra.
Yeah.
Janani is saying Sundara. Irisha Garu is saying Pavan Putra. Ishwar is saying Pavan.
Okay. Okay. Janani ke liye aap thoda cool. You do that icon again. Janani, absolutely right. His name is Sundara. Okay. Now here is the thing. Hanuman's real name. Okay, where is it? It's gone. Wait, this one. Sundara is the real name. Hanuman means the one who had a disfigured jaw because of whatever he has done in his childhood, running towards the sun or flying towards sun. Anjaneya we just discussed. Bajrang Bali is in one way not the Sanskritized version. It's the Awadh version, I think. The Sanskrit version is Vajra Anga Bali. Vajranga Bali. Okay, he's so strong. Vajra ka ang hai. So Bajrang ho gaya, which is fine. But his real name, where is it found? It's not found in, directly found in Ramayana. But it is found in the Mantra Shastras where the Sundara Hanumat Mantram is given away by gurus to the students who are ready to accept such higher level ones, right? His real name is Sundara. If you see all the Kanda names in Ramayana, they are either episodic or they are geographical, right? Ayodhya Kanda, geographical.
Correct.
Right? Balakanda, episodical. Rama's childhood, all the way till he is whatever age, right? But within 1 week of whatever transpires is all Ayodhya Kanda. Okay. And then, acha, annotations chal raha hai kya? Okay. So that's there. And then Yuddhakanda, Uttarakanda, you know this. But Sundarakanda suddenly beats our logic as to why is it named Sundarakanda? Because of two reasons. Number one is the shloka that comes in Sundarakand saying that Sundare Sundaro Ramaha, Sundare Sundari Katha, Sundare Sundari Sita, Vanam, Kavyam, Kapihi, Mantram. The only Kanda where Rama doesn't come is Sundarakanda, but Sundarakanda is the most chanted and worshipped. What is this? The protagonist is not in the storyline for this, but we worship it the most. It's because of all these reasons. Number one, the number of iterations of Rama Katha coming is the highest within Sundarakanda. Number two, the mantram, the Katha, Sundare, Sundari, Sita, everything. Sundare, Kim na Sundaram, right? That's what is written in the last line. And this is where Valmiki gives us indirectly Sundare Sundaraha Kapihi. Okay, saying, hinting that his real name is that. Okay. So yeah, that's in a nutshell what we had for the day. I hope you really enjoyed, everyone. I will stop sharing the screen. If you have any questions, you have any agreements, disagreements, any further elaborations, please do. Pavan.
This was fantastic.
Thank you. Great.
Risha Garu is also saying the same thing. Very interesting. Didn't know more sessions like this, please.
Oh, sure, sure.
I think we should also do a, convert these into some polls or something and make LinkedIn posts out of it.
Sure. No, absolutely. I have, humbly managed to pull out one spoon of the mighty ocean of Ramayana for this, but there is so much more, right? So great. I'm glad you all liked it. I had one bonus question in case we had at least 20 minutes, which luckily we didn't, but for some other day. But something in case you want to think, right? The difference between Rama and Krishna is Krishna had several names in addition to Krishna, Vasudeva, Damodara, blah, 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 right? But Rama did not have it. But he had everybody being associated with him. Ayodhya Rama, Sita Rama, Dasharatha Rama. Think of why it is so. Okay. Post it in the group or we can even have a chat. But this will reveal something very strong about the two avatars and puts to rest the whole question on, but Sita is Krishna more relevant today versus Rama is irrelevant today? All those questions will disappear, trust me. Just think on this one. Why is that Krishna has several synonyms versus Rama has several associations? Okay.
Gangadhar is saying Sundar as a name of Hanuman is like first time revelation for me.
Oh, okay.
Janani is saying great way of learning.
Great, great. Yeah. Sundar, trust me, very few actually touch upon the subject, but it is so. I learnt about it from two very qualified gurus who actually do Upasana of the Sundar Hanumat Mantram also. So definitely something for us to be aware of. Sundara Kanda will now be looked very differently because
Correct.
it's an amalgamation of several powerful things. Though Rama himself doesn't come, everything Rama is already there, right? And Sundara Kanda apparently is the shortest of all Kandas. Yeah, so that's the beauty. Great, fantastic. Thank you. I hope you have a very spiritual, peaceful rest of the Sunday. And until next week, we will meet up again. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Super.